welcome back to the Aligned Human Project podcast, where consciousness meets creation and alignment becomes a way of life. I'm your host, Dawn Elgin, and today we're stepping into a conversation that humanity has avoided for far too long. Last week, we talked about the rise of the divine feminine, her wisdom, her power, her return. And today we talk about her counterpart, the divine masculine. Not the wounded masculine we see running around unchecked in the world, not domination disguised as leadership, not control masquerading as safety, but the sacred masculine, the protector, the holder, the structure that allows the feminine to bloom. Whether you're a man, a woman, non-binary, fluid, you have both energies within you. And when the masculine within you is wounded, you will either posture in false strength or collapse into insecurity. And when the masculine heals, you rise anchored, clear, and sovereign. This episode will give you the signs of wounded versus healed masculine energy, how this plays out differently in men and women, and how field and form, the 12 laws of co-creation, guide masculine healing. Actionable steps, practical and spiritual, to bring the masculine back into integrity, and a closing embodiment practice to awaken the sacred strength within you. Welcome to the Aligned Human Project podcast, where consciousness meets creation and hustle gives way to harmony. I'm Dawn Elgin, contrarian soul guide, spiritual CEO, and founder of Practical Spiritualism. This is a space where we explore what it truly means to be human, aligned, awakened, and in flow with the field of life itself. Together, we'll bridge science and spirit, energy and embodiment, purpose and prosperity, so you can remember who you are beneath the programming and reclaim the power to create in full alignment with your soul. Because the next evolution of humanity isn't out there, it's in here. This is the Aligned Human Project. Let's dive in with what wounding the masculine has cost humanity. The divine masculine has been misunderstood for centuries. In men, wounded masculine looks like emotional suppression, aggression or numbness, striving without purpose, fear of vulnerability, hyperindependence, control as a coping mechanism, and burnout disguised as accomplishment. In women, wounded masculine looks like overfunctioning, perfectionism, I'll do it myself energy, inability to receive, leading with performance instead of presence, distrust of their own intuition, and collapsing into exhaustion because they are carrying everything. In society, wounded masculine becomes hustle over harmony, productivity over humanity, leadership without empathy, protection turning into domination, and disconnection from the body, nature, and spirit. This isn't about blaming men. This isn't about gender at all. This is where humanity disconnected from the original blueprint and how we return. The sacred masculine was never designed to dominate. He was designed to lead with integrity, to protect what is sacred, create structure that supports life, and bring clarity, direction, and safety, as well as alignment. When the feminine was suppressed, intuition, emotion, creativity, and softness, the masculine became unanchored. He lost his internal compass. And he forgot that his job is to hold, not to control. The world is aching for healed men and healed women who embody sacred strength. One of the problems we have is that this has been going on for over 2,000 years. Healthy, harmonized divine feminine and masculine energy hasn't been modeled often. When I first began this journey, I had no idea what either looked like. My masculine energy was full warrior mode, and I believed my feminine energy made me vulnerable. Over the past decade, I've worked hard to not only understand these energies, but to harmonize them and embody them. I can say it is definitely a journey. So we know what it can look like unhealed, What does it look like healed? Well, healed masculine energy feels like grounded presence, clarity of mind, emotional maturity, consistency, accountability, commitment, direction rooted in values, structure that supports, not suffocates, leadership without ego, discipline without rigidity, power without force. In men, it looks like speaking truth without harm, protecting without controlling, feeling without collapsing, choosing purpose over performance, and allowing the feminine to lead intuition while he leads action. In women, healed masculine looks like boundaries that are clear and non negotiable, self honoring decisions, allowing structure without losing softness, and trusting your inner authority, channeling discipline through devotion and not pressure. The sacred masculine is not here to overpower. He is here to hold the field steady so the feminine can create. This is the union we are restoring. And the gift here is there are the 12 laws of field and form that can help us. They can help us heal the divine masculine. To heal the divine masculine within us, we must understand the universal architecture he is designed to move through. These are the 12 laws of co-creation, the backbone of field and form, the foundation of the aligned human project, and the instruction manual for harmonizing the masculine within every single human. As I walk you through these laws, notice where each one already lives inside of you and where it's asking for more attention. Let's walk the masculine's journey, law by law. So first, the law of becoming. Conscious creation is constant. The wounded masculine tries to control the world because he does not trust himself. The healed masculine realizes my thoughts, words, and energy are creation. Masculine healing is discipline the mind, choose intention consciously, speak with precision, and stop unconsciously projecting fear into the field. Law 2, the law of reflection, as within, so without, or magnetic resonance. Wounded masculine energy blames outward. Healed masculine energy takes responsibility inward. Masculine healing, stop outsourcing responsibility. Use reflection as feedback. Let triggers expose emotional backlog and regulate instead of react. Law 3, the law of power. Presence equals power. The wounded masculine lives in then or when. The healed masculine lives here in the now. Masculine healing, pause before speaking. Respond, don't react. Return to breath, spine, and feet. And decide from presence, not panic. Presence calms everything. Law 4, the law of authorship. Choice is participation. Wounded masculine is powerless or forceful, whereas the healed masculine is I have a choice. So the healing is to break freeze patterns, make micro-aligned choices, stop waiting for permission, and choose integrity even when it's uncomfortable. 5, the law of flow, alignment over control. This is the masculine's greatest initiation. Control is trauma. Alignment is divine leadership. Greg Braden teaches coherence opens the field. Michael Singer teaches surrender liberates the soul. Masculine healing, loosen the grip. Stop forcing outcomes. Let intuition guide timing and trust the field. Intuition isn't mystical. It's biological intelligence. Law 5 is the law of dominion. Radical self-responsibility equals sovereignty. Wounded masculine is it's their fault. Healed masculine is my power begins where blame ends. So the healing, take responsibility for emotions and impact. Repair without shame. Lead without ego, and stop using failure as an identity. Law 7, the law of return, cycles, spirals, and seasons. Wounded masculine, linear, faster, more. Healed masculine, life moves in a rhythm. The healing, stop forcing productivity. Honor seasons of rebuilding. Embrace rebirth cycles. And see setbacks as integration rather than failure. 8 is the law of oneness, unity of spirit and matter. And the law heals masculine shame around emotion, embodiment, and humanity. The healing, embrace the body as sacred. Dissolve the mind-body split and bring spirituality into the mundane. Honor logic and intuition. Law 9 is the law of alignment. Coherence equals intent plus emotion to equal manifestation. The union of masculine, intent, plus feminine, emotion, creates manifestation. So masculine healing, feel emotions fully, direct them intentionally, and align thought, feeling, and action. Create coherence, not chaos. Law 10, the law of devotion. Service amplifies creation. Wounded masculine takes. Healed masculine serves from overflow, not depletion. Masculine healing, act from purpose, not performance. Lead compassionately, uplift others, and create from overflow, not martyrdom. And law 10 is the law of paradox. Duality is the teacher. Wounded masculine collapses under contradiction. Healed masculine expands through it. Masculine healing, embrace nuance, tolerate ambiguity, and let challenge soften, not harden. And finally, integrate the shadow. Law 12, the law of divine intelligence. Grace and guidance are cofactors. The masculine's highest evolution. I am not doing this alone. Masculine healing, listen for guidance. Ask direction. Release hyper-independence. And trust synchronicity as strategy. Here, masculine leadership becomes sacred. When the masculine aligns with these laws, he becomes grounded, clear, steady, sovereign, compassionate, powerful, and all of it without force. This is sacred strength. This is healed masculine. This is the version of humanity the world has been waiting for. The warrior gets to rest. Now, this is a perfect spot for us to take a real short break and a word from our sponsor. This episode is powered by Align Your Life, my 12-month live coaching experience where we embody one law of co-creation each month. Teachings, love seat coaching, and a community walking the path of alignment together. Doors are now open at the founder's rate of $9.97. We begin December 7th. And if you want to dip your toe in first, check out the Aligned Oracle Guidance 3-pack for instant clarity and recalibration. All details are in the show notes. Welcome back. Let's drop right back into the heart of this conversation, because masculine healing isn't a concept. It's lived, it's embodied, and it's urgently needed. So let's look at the practical plus the spiritual guidance for real integration to bring this into real life. Here are the 8 most important tools to heal the divine masculine within you. So, 1, claim your inner authority. Stop outsourcing your validation. Speak truth in small moments. Make micro decisions that honor your alignment. So the practice, ask, what does my highest self choose here? And then take that option, even if it's uncomfortable. 2, strengthen your internal structure. Your masculine thrives with rhythm, consistency, and boundaries. So the practice, set one daily non-negotiable. Water, walk, meditation. Choose one weekly structure, planning, check-in, a ritual. And honor your word to yourself. Structure builds trust. 3, feel without collapsing. The masculine often fears emotion. But emotion is just energy. He can learn to hold it. The practice, when emotion arises, inhale, I can hold this, and exhale, this moves through me. This trains emotional capacity. 4, speak what you mean. The healed masculine uses his voice with purpose, grounded in his truth. So the practice, say what is true without over-explaining, apologizing, or shrinking. Short, clear, conscious. Now here's a note. To do this without being passive, aggressive, or a combination, it is important to take a breath, to be present in your body and be in the moment. 5, create boundaries that protect your energy. This heals both genders. The practice, a boundary is a promise I will make to myself about how I will allow myself to be treated. Not a threat, not a demand, just truth. Now note, and this is a big one, when we are stuck in habitual thinking and behaviors, we place boundaries around our wounds to protect them from getting bumped. This keeps the cycle looping. Healthy boundaries are actually about your values. And here's the real kicker. They're actually for you. They help you get into and remain in alignment. If your value is respect, then your boundaries are around respect. Not only to be treated with respect, but to treat others with respect and to treat yourself with respect in thought, word, and deeds. 6, anchor into your body. Masculine healing happens through embodiment, not thought. So the practice, feel your feet. Drop your breath all the way down into your belly, even to your pelvic bowl. Stand as if your life depends on your spine, not rigid, strong, but like a willow. We can bend. Posture shifts identity. 7, align action with purpose. The masculine is at his best when he serves something larger. So the practice, what is the mission beneath your goals? Act from that space. This turns hustle into devotion. And 8, surrender control to the field. This is the sacred masculine's return home. So the practice, every morning ask, where do you need me today? And listen for the internal response. Act with precision and not pressure. So now let's drop into that embodiment practice I promised you. Place your feet firmly on the ground. I'll do it with you. And let's do one hand on our heart and one on the belly. Inhale through the heart. And imagine you're exhaling all the way down through your feet. And then whisper, I am grounded. I am steady. I am clear. I am safe to lead. And feel your spine lengthen, your chest soften, your jaw unclench. And now take another breath. I align with my truth. I act with integrity. I am the sacred masculine in form. Let it land. And remember, when all else fails, pause, take a breath, feel, check in with yourself, and align. Make a conscious choice. Because you are the field. You create the form. You are not here to fix yourself. You are here to remember yourself. Because when you align with your truth, everything else begins to align with you. If this episode sparked something inside you, hit follow or subscribe and share it with someone walking their own path of awakening. And if you're ready to go deeper, you'll find free resources, programs, and community spaces waiting for you at practicalspiritualismco.com. Remember, alignment isn't a place you reach. It's a practice you live. So keep pausing, keep feeling, keep aligning. You are the field. You shape the form.